Christians, something to consider. One of the ways the New Testament writers try to prove Jesus is the Messiah is by saying he fulfilled prophecy. But when we actually look at some of the so-called prophecies, what we realize is they weren't really prophecies at all. Let's take a look at Hosea chapter 11 verse 1. It says, "Out of Egypt I called my son." Hosea was talking about Israel's past, the Exodus story, God bringing the nation out of slavery. No one in Hosea's day thought this was predicting a Messiah. But then Matthew comes along and says, oh, that's about Jesus as a child when his family came back from Egypt. The flight from Egypt only shows up in Matthew. It's nowhere in Luke's birth narrative. And he says in there, it's to fulfill prophecy. This isn't a prophecy being fulfilled. That's a verse being reinterpreted. And once you notice that, you start seeing it everywhere. Verses pulled out of context, reframed, stretched until they fit the story being told. Matthew, the Gospel of Matthew, is a prime example of this. If you want to go to a specific gospel and see this occur again and again, go look at how many times, you could Google search it, ChatGPT it, how many times does he say this was to fulfill a prophecy, and then actually cross-reference those. Actually go look and read in context what it says in the Old Testament versus what Matthew's claiming it says. So here's the tough question. If the early Christians had to bend Scripture to make Jesus fulfill prophecy, then how many of those prophecies are genuine at all? And if they're not, what does that do to the claim that Jesus was this Messiah that was promised all along? I'm not asking you to believe me or agree with me, but if you value truth, I've posted the verses down below. Take a few minutes, read them for yourself, and consider. Until next time, keep peeling and be blessed.